Hey, Gary Schultz here. We're heading out to Sturgis this year, 2019. We live in Minnesota, and so it's about a 600-mile drive, but not too bad. But we're just about packed and ready to go here. We got to hook up the trailer and hook up the Pleasureway, and it's going to be off to Sturgis. And we got a site with water and electric out there at the Sturgis View Campground, so that should be pretty good. So if you're a Cyclone Reef viewer, you know I got all this in the basement to deal with when we go out of town too. Some of the things I had to do to get ready for this. So of course I emptied the skimmer. I changed out the filter socks. I have replenished the aragonite in the arm media in the calcium reactor. I did that a few weeks ago. I mean, that's just not common maintenance that you do. You can see my RO tank is green. I'm not fixing that now. But about a week ago I took all the algae out of the ATS, and boy, that was a lot. And there's a lot in there now again, but I'm just going to let it go because I don't know if you can see that very well because of the glare, but there's a lot of algae in there. It's really doing well. But I'm going to leave that. And then I did a water change last night, and now I am mixing some salt water so I can do my auto water changes while I'm gone with this and the Neptune dose. And then I told my son, what to do if the common things that happen, which for me, the common thing that happens is sometimes the Neptune loses connectivity and you just got to reset it. But otherwise, I think we're okay. The aquariums are still kind of asleep this morning. It's still pretty early, but I think they'll be okay. Got everything cleaned up and ready to go.
Puppies are leaving. Thank you so much, and you have a good vacation week away from home. Bye, baby girls.
Well, we're all set to go, but Lila's got to do her one last phone call for work. It hasn't been that she's been on there that long, but it seems like forever. So we're ready. Getting psyched. Bikes he's got back there. The way those things work is you got a upper level and a lower level. That's why they call them a stacker. So you can put maybe a couple bikes above and a car down below, or maybe he's got a couple of four-wheelers and a few bikes in there. Who knows? But these things are kind of sweet. Anyway, we've seen a few of them on the way up here. But boy, that's for the rich folks there. Got out of Chamberlain and coming up the hill, and it's been pouring for hours. So our refrigerator isn't working. It's the same problem we had when we first bought it. We went down to Kansas City. The damn thing stops working, and it's up to 53 degrees in there, so we're not very happy. I knew we should have put blocks of ice in there.
Oh, I wish I would have remembered to.
Yeah.
I was working until the last minute on the laptop for work and forgot.
I think it has to do with the rain, because that's exactly the same circumstance the last time that this thing happened.
First night, we stopped at Cabela's. There's Cabela's. We stayed in their parking lot. There's a bunch of other campers. Pretty quiet.
That song about John Denver, sunshine on my shoulders. Okay. It's sunny. Okay.
It doesn't look sunny in the video, though. It looks cloudy still.
Well, the rain cleared up and we had blue skies, and we got to Wall Drug. Wall, South Dakota is an interesting place. It's all about this big drugstore, but there were plenty of bikes there, a lot of cars too. We took some pictures and walked around, checked out the t-shirts. They had some good deals on the t-shirts there, and then it's back on the road and off to Rapid City, where we had a little trouble. So we're over at Lowe's picking up a circuit breaker. We have a ground fault problem with our refrigerator. So I got to replace that ground fault outlet in the closet, and that's why the refrigerator keeps going out on us. So we go into Lowe's, we pick up our thing. I parked at an angle in the parking lot because, I wanted to be able to get out with this long rig. And, the parking lot was pretty empty. Who cares, right? Park at an angle.
It's all the way on the end of the parking lot.
Yeah.
Not at the back, but it was at the side.
It was way over by the garden center on the end. That was in Rapid City, by the way. So at any rate, we come out to the camper, and some guy had backed his Dodge pickup right into the corner between our trailer and our camper. So there's like no way we're going to be able to pull out without running into his pickup bumper. It's like, at first it's like, oh, how did he get it in there? And then I was like, he had to have backed it in there. Had to have. And so Lila went in and had him call on the intercom system, they called 5 times with description and license number of this truck saying he's blocking us in. Nobody came.
Half an hour went by.
Yep. And so then I see this guy come out, and he's looking over my way, and I'm standing in front of the RV, and Lila's standing behind the RV, and this guy comes out, and he's this old geek with sandals on, and he's got a cart with some, I don't know what his box had in it, but the guy, he sees me, he goes walking along the front of the store, all the way around, and he come up behind the RV in the camper. Well, of course, Lila was back there, and I said to her when he was walking up, I said, well, this guy looks like a likely candidate. How come he's walking all the way around the back there? Sure enough, that was the guy. I went back there and I said, why would you park this way? Oh, you need to park straighter. And I'm like, listen, I don't care where I park. There's no reason for this, and I don't appreciate it at all. You held us up by half an hour. And, I have the veins popping out of my neck, I think, at that point. And he goes, well, I parked at an angle. And I'm like, listen, the police have been called and they're on the way. And the guy goes, oh, that's good because I'm a cop. And I go, okay, well, good. Then your buddies will be right over. Oh, God, he ran out of there fast. And I thought he was going to run me down. I took a video of him leaving. And the guy was like, he came right at me. I mean, he didn't need to do that either. He came right at me like he was going to run me over. He didn't like that I was taking that video, but what a dork, the things that people do. I suppose he doesn't like motorcycle enthusiasts. He doesn't like tourists being at his home center.
Yeah.
But unbelievable, the crap that people pull just to cause you trouble. What a dork. I gave him the police's license number, so I'll probably give him a call here and let the police know that we made it out okay and that maybe they should pay him a visit because he tried to run me over. But it'll be on YouTube, so what a dork. Unbelievable.